Okay, all praise to God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. SHaLaWam, SHaLaWam, SHaLaWam. SHaLaWam, SHaLaWam, SHaLaWam. Shamya Charawat Zaya Banya Sha'ala. My name is Karat Zaya Banya Sha'ala. Ain't that funny? I tried to fix it being uneven by like pushing off it. That's funny. All right, so call Mashpacha. SHaLaWam la call Mashpacha. Yabaraka kam yahawa basham mashak yahawa shabrakatham za'akam kharawat zaya ban yashala. So we back at it like Torah addicts out of rehab, and we about to start going in on a specific question. Who are you learning from? All right. Now I don't know how the microphone is or how loud it is, but we're gonna build for a second. All right. So let me get this real quick before we actually get started. So as y'all can hear, I'm playing the Tazadak Nagayana, the Nagayana I like the Shemai. The Nagayana I like the Shemai, like whenever I'm studying, etc. So long story short, we're doing something new. As y'all know, I always say death to Facebook. I mean, this world is corrupt, it's wicked. Even social media is used as a facet to pit Israelites against Israelites, to turn the love of one against another, to promote pornography. All right, man, Yasha'Allah. Wait till y'all see the one on that one. Ugh. Here goes something for you. Go and break down the word. What does pornography mean? Just go and look it up and see if it's in Hebrew. And then it's even a better cut to help you. All right, so real quick. So all of our Mashpachayim that's over on Facebook are starting now to be transferred over to YouTube. Facebook, I'm transferring all of that Fukri. No, it's not Fukri. The lessons, the edification of Most High is given. We're going to start using it more on YouTube also. So I'm currently using the app or a website which helps you to be able to do live stream video. And salute to the Malachium of Yasha'Allah, HOI, AOI, GOCC, GMS, ISUPK. If you can think of an Israelite mashpacha, a body that people call camps, all right, the word camp is just a general statement that means the entire embodiment of Israelites worldwide. Camp doesn't mean just a school. It means the entire embodiment of Israelites worldwide. So with that being said, salute to all of the 12 tribes that's been dispersed throughout the four corners, North, South, Central America, even to the interior of Africa. We are still in captivity. Even into Asia, we are still in captivity. Even up in Europe, we are in captivity. All right. So salute to all the Yasha'Alim out in the UK. If you can think of a place where we're from, we are the only nationality been sold into slavery in all four corners of the earth and even to the interior. All right. These people are called Israelites. Actually, we're called Yasha'Alim because Israelite is a Hebrew. It's an English pronunciation. So we're actually what's called or who's known as Yasha'Alim. In different places throughout the world, we're called by different titles. All right. We have been called recent testimony. We have been called Afro-Turks. All right. So, so beautiful thing. All right, so welcome to the Wake Up. So we're going to be switching everything over from Facebook to YouTube officially now. So majority of videos are going to be flowing this way, and we're going to find also a way. If anybody would like to help, Baba Kusha, I need help transferring all the Facebook videos over to YouTube. If anybody want to put their hand in on that, it doesn't have to be just one Israelite. You feel me? So I don't mind sharing information because we're doing this for the ministry of the Most High. So all right, so let's get to it real quick. So I've been recently invited to study a specific subject, which I know and have known was present or has been present. And the subject is Egyptology or Kemetism or Ma'at or all things Ham. Okay. All right. Which remember, Ham is Tama'ah. But we're talking about the meat. So if we're actually talking about the man who used to live, his name was Ham. Ham was a ban au Noi, a ban au Noi, a ban au Noah. So Ham was the son of a man whose name was Noah. So Noah's Ark currently rests in a place called Mount Ararat, A-R-A-R-T. Mount Ararat is where the Ark, which is written about in the Hebraic Israelite, the Shemitic scrolls. All right. That Ark is referred to as Noah's Ark. So from the coming off of that Ark, there's a genealogical name of people that were lived and still live today. All right. So the children of Noah, or as we were called when we were in the land of I want to call it Upper Syria. when we were 20 miles from Arat, which I do have the GPS photo. I have so many images that I'd have to actually I'm scrolling. I'm still trying to find stuff, but the Holy Spirit's will. Once I find the GPS image that I screenshot on my personal phone where it showed you Mount Ararat, we were 20 miles away from this location. And when we got off the plane, the first thing that one of the most beautiful things I've ever, it's so beautiful, y'all, was good. A man who did not speak English, he said, "You look like the children of Noi." He said, "Noi, Noi, Noi." And then my elder, all praise Yahweh, went over to him. I was like, why does he keep saying no to us? You know, but it came about that he was saying Bini Noi or Ban Noi. All right. Eventually it ended up to we were being called Chochuk Musa. Chochuk Musa means children of Moses. Noe is how you say Noah. So they were saying that we look like the children of Noah because we're Shemitic. All right. So it's a very beautiful thing. So Noah had a son named Ham, had a son named Ham. Ham's children also kind of look like us, but they're not as, we're not the same. All right. Now there's certain branches of them where they look like us, but above all, we have a different walk. We have a different spirit. Chinese people don't have the same spirit as Laotians. Cambodians do not have the same spirit as Japanese. All right. Japanese do not have the same spirit of, just find you one. So all nations, cultures, bodies, by our own fathers, even though there are DNA and genetical codes that show like connections, we're not all the same. So with that being said, my complexion, my facial cranial structure, my spirit, my vibration, ruach, my dress style, the things that make us different as who we are shown to be is we are the children of a man named Sham. So Sham had a bloodline of children went all the way down, which were called Shemetics. All right. These Shemitic people went all the way down to Abraham. Now, there was a man named Abraham who did exist. There's records of him, and we will love to show these records. Abraham is worldwide known for having 3 sons. Abraham had a son named Isaac. He also had a son named Jacob. All right. So with that being said, he had a 4th son that's mentioned, whose name is Ishmael. But here's the beautiful part about Abraham. He didn't just have 4 Yaladim. Abraham had a plethora of beautiful outspreading of children, wise and powerful, noble men. Well, one of these bloodlines specifically were documented to be spoken of, which people today call Jews. Well, I'm a Jew. My father's name is Yehoiada. That's the tribe that I come from. My grandfather came from that tribe. My grandfather, my father who recently was just removed, went to his father's, SHaLaWam, SHaLaWam. So his father is a descendant of these same people that came off of cargo slave ships. The cargo slave ship event did happen. There's some who say it didn't. That's kind of very silly to me to say because there's historical, archaeological, we're the direct product of it. Point of it all, these people are called Israelites today. So why am I starting from the beginning? Because we're starting from the beginning. So what we want to do is I want to ask a question, okay? So that's who we are. We are the Israelites, the children that were sold into slavery, North, South, Central America, and in the interior of Africa to this day. To this day, we still live in Turkey, all right? So salute to all of those Zaquanium, those elders that are outside of Babylon, all right, who are, man, all praise Yahweh, man. The Most High be with you all. The Most High's will, them letters will flow correctly, all right? All right, so all supplication will be given. Scripture says what? A handful of corn will be provided, right? So let's look at something. All right. I don't like debates. I'm not a debater. I don't do debates. What I like to do is see the truth, and I speak on the truth. I don't like wasting time. I don't like watching cartoons. I recently just found out I'm really not interested in Rick and Morty. It's kind of cool, but then when you learn about Dionysus and then you learn about, Masada, and you can spend time learning life and truth, cartoons become less interesting. Well, with that being said, I asked a question, and I haven't had the opportunity to go back and check the answer. But I asked a question. There was a gentleman whose name is Bobby Hemmett. All right. So Bobby Hemmett is, from what I've gathered, maybe I don't know what he would be. I'm going to tell you what I assessed, though. I watched one documentary. The documentary was 1 hour and 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm going to show some of that documentary. And the documentary is called Ma'at Magic. All right. So we're going to look at that. We're going to dig into it. And the reason being is because my question is, who are you learning from? So you have to ask yourself, if you're learning from, someone who doesn't understand, who doesn't read what's called the Torah or the Tanakh, or somebody that doesn't read from a Hebraic perspective, along with faith in the prophecies, which talk about the Messiah, then it's really hard to learn from them in Christian churches. Now, we all, being Israelites, primarily grew up in Christian churches or in Islam or in 5% or in Kemetism, because we're the only nationality who are one people but have a bunch of different religions amongst our one selves. Go and check. Go and ask for yourself. Has there been any other nationality that just flipped around and Gaza and Gaza, Gaza, all in one? Listen, all of these nationalities do the same thing. There's signs to show who they are. We are the only nationality, 5 in 1 household. I'm in Islam. My brother's Seventh-day Adventist. My mother's a super Christian. My father's a damn atheist, and my sister, she's a damn Wiccan. All right, because she practices, voodoo, because her father's from Haiti. Okay. All right. We're the only nationality who has this plight placed upon us, but this plight is actually a good sign. It shows us what our nationality is. So I don't want to do what Bobby Hemmett did. I believe he set a terrible example. I was completely disgusted watching, listening. Here goes something else. According to the Torah, the Tanakh, the laws of the God of my fathers. And if you're an Israelite, if you're a Negro, then he's the God of your fathers also. All right. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, North American Indians scattered throughout North, South, Central America, Haitians. You are the true Jews of Israel. You are the true Israelites, the SHaLaWam. All right. One tribe is Yahweh, Judah. We're a little bit different. Judah. All right. So here's the point. The Most High gave us laws. One of those laws are to hear out a whole matter. So whenever we study, we actually study, we read, we research, we compare, we say, hey, listen, this is truth, this is lie, this makes sense, this doesn't. If it is not true, then life and circumstances and situations will show that it be not true. Whoever follows those things will also be known to be a person who does not love truth. Now, the funny thing about truth is that truth actually has a sham. We're going to be learning Hebrew together, so prepare. Truth has a sham. She has a name. So we're going to look at the name of truth. All right. We're going to look at the principle of truth, and we're going to learn about ma'at a little bit, very little bit. If the Most High leads you, I don't want to be I would drop all of the lie. Truth or lie. Truth stands, lies die. Now, the good thing about dying is you can actually die and be made anew again. I had to die. I was made anew again. So you can drop the lie, come to the truth, wake up. You feel me? Because that's what this is the wake up. That's what this is. So drop the lies, wake up. And if you realize it's not right, drop it. All right. You hear something, it's like, yo, that's controversial. I don't like the way it sounds, but dang, what my, hey, if it's documented and you see there's truth, drop it. If it's facts, see, because we're also going to look at metaphysics, because you got to be very careful whenever you're dealing with not our people, but the lies that's been taught to our people. There's a philosophy that's called metaphysics. Metaphysics is very stupid. It's smart for the concept of saying you got to at least think about it. But metaphysics is like watching this Donald Trump impeachment thing. It's a back and forth. It's right and it's wrong. It's up, it's down. Metaphysics can literally be anything. All right. So you can agree with somebody in metaphysics and they can disagree with you and they will still be correct. Why? Because metaphysics is positive, it's negative, it's wrong, it's right. It's correct, it's incorrect. It's left, it's right. You can go any direction with it. That's why a lot of our people gravitate to metaphysics, because you don't have to hold on to truth. So with that being said, do a quick study on metaphysics. You'll find it out for yourself. So let's get to this real quick. I'm going to be working from this new program that we've just tried out recently. And I'm going to try something new on here. It's called Screen Share. All right. I'm going to press this button and see if Screen Share is going to come up. If it does, blah, 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 blah. All right. All praise y'all. So I'm going to push this button. I'm going to press Share Audio. And then let's see. And now I believe we are sharing. All right. So I believe we are. There we go. We are doing screen share. Hallelujah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through what I was going through. And I apologize, everybody. What we're going to have to do is if you want to be a student of this specific lesson, you're going to have to, bear through it, pay attention and learn. Something that I say, I like to say what was given to me. And what was given to me was study, learn, and grow. And that's really how it works. I'm going to play this. This gentleman right here is called Bobby Hemmett. I've never seen Bobby Hemmett. I've experienced it in his lessons when there were debates and things going on in Egypt salute. One West salute to Priest Don Yala and AOC. Bashama Mashiach Yahushai. Hallelujah. SHaLaWam to the ZaQuanium that has already put to bed terrible fallacies pertaining to the Hamitic cultures, Egyptology, and the offense of the scriptures. All right. There's too many records to it. If I really wanted to, I can just go back and I can watch Prince Hashar, ZaQuan, Prince Hashar, Yabarakaya, Basham Mashak Yahushai, Brakata, ZaQuan, ZaQuan, Priest Daniela, Yahweh Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahushai, Barakata Gam. So salute, one way salute to all of the Mashpakai and them ZaQuanium that did this labor way before. So I'm not even going to try to do what the elders did, but if I needed to, the records are right there. The ZaQuanium already, did wonderful jobs. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be speaking on this gentleman. I know of his name. I just avoided it. All right. So Bobby Hemmett, this video is called Ma'at Magic. First, I right there. Now, I had to hear the whole matter, so I watched the whole thing. This is going to be a multi-series long video. Why? Because this dude lies throughout the entire thing. This dude lies, blasphemes, bears false witness. He a damn charlatan, selling witchcraft spells. This Negro, hold on, let me show you this Negro right here, which he does not have Hamitic traits. He doesn't talk like a Hamite. He doesn't say that he can relate to the things that the Hamites went through. This Negro is a terrible salesman of lies. And I was very disappointed that I had to hear. But what made my spirit happy was that, okay, now I get to see this is wrong. This is wicked. This is foolery. At the same time, I personally felt like there were other things I could have been doing ministry-wise, but the Father had to show me this. So now I'm going to speak on it. So it's documented that this video was on the 3rd of November, 1996. All right. This is called the what? The Bobby Hemmett Archives. All right. Again, I do not know Bobby Hemmett. Never spoke to Bobby Hemmett. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reply to things that Bobby Hemmett said. Why? Because what I was doing was looking for wisdom, insight, understanding, knowledge on Ma'at. And then I seen magic. Funny thing about magic, in the Bible, the Most High God said anyone performing magic to this day should be put to death. Witchcraft is illegal. Warlocks, which are male witches, are illegal in the Bible. We have these type of men, charlatans, all right? These type of tricksters, hucksters, salesmen, which are worse than Christian pastors, all right? This man is worse than a Sunday pastor teaching lies and selling our people. How many of our Israelite mashpachayim, even if they don't want to call themselves Israelites, how many of our Israelite family members have Negroes such as him, Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes? Who else? Bishop Eddie Long. Who else? Louis Farrakhan, Joseph Prince. How many of these charlatans have turned our people to witchcraft? This is so sad, terrible, and disgusting. I'm going to go through just a couple things. These are pages that I already have pulled up. And as I go through, I'm going to be just showing specific things that were shown to me. This is not a lesson that was, like, oh, man, this is just, 1,000 years in the making. This was literally just, you know, can't wait to get to that. All right. So I'm going to show all of these things. We're going to go over these things. None. All right. It sounds like the waters after the great flood. We're going to go over these things. Warlock. Why do I have warlock up here? Huh? I thought the Most High said we couldn't be warlocks, witches. Why do we have Willow up here? Anybody remember that movie Willow? Look what else is in the category with the movie Willow. Wicker Man. You know what Wicker Man is about? Witchcraft, witches. All right. So these are some of the topics that we're going to be looking at. Let's see. Just to get back to it. All right. All right. Be careful, screen sharing audio. If you have a guest, they will hear themselves. Okay, Thawada, thank you for letting me know that tip. I'm going to cancel that. All right, well, let's get to it real quick. I'm going to play the first few moments of this video. Then after I play the first few moments, you'll immediately see what I was talking about. And this is just going to be an ongoing topic that we're going to be doing. What we do is we build as a nation. We grow. All right, you separate the moth from the lies. You separate the truth from the lies. Yahweh Shai said he is the way, the truth, and the light, and no man may enter the Father but by him. And that's the whole star of this whole thing, Yahweh Shai. Our people have to come back to the Messiah. We got to return to keeping the commandments. We got to let go of all wickedness, foolery, paganism, anything that's not of us. All right. So in Egyptology, Ma'at is a good system. I'm going to be speaking on it. And yes, I did say it's a good system, with the exception of it teaches you how to internalize and look at yourself instead of looking at the Most High. Well, that turns one person into a God themselves instead of actually learning about the true Alahaya. So that's a major fault. All right. So let's read. Let's check this out real quick. I'm going to start from the beginning and let's get some of I got to see this for yourselves. All right, let's go.
Let's get down. Okay. So we on the mic. All right. We're going to deal with it. Like I said,
I apologize. I want to find a way to make my screen all the way, but I got this. Here, I can close this window. All right, there we go. Is that it? Nope. You know what? I think it's this. I'm over like an old man. I'm like, is this the button? Is this the big window button? All right. Let's go ahead and play it. Hallelujah. All right, Bobby Hemmett. Let's get some wisdom from the Holy Spirit and not from charlatans, witches, warlocks, or liars. All right. You can see the date at the top. Bobby Hemmett, Ma'at Magic gives you
okay.
3rd of November, 1996.
Okay. Let's get down. Okay. So we on the mic. All right. What we're going to deal with. Like I said, first of all, I got these new rituals for those who want to purchase them.
Stop. $27 seconds. 27 seconds. This Negro said, I got these new rituals for those who want to purchase them. First things first. Now, what is a ritual? Rituals are used in another synonymous word for spells. All right. This Negro is about to sell spells to the children of Israel. Now, even if you have a problem with my definition of just saying spell, it's okay. We can pull it up and get even more details. But we're going to see where his ritual, where his spells come from.
This is going for the welfare fund also, too. This is the master ritual. It says light a candle and open the formula of the pentagram. You don't know what the pentagram is. If you decide to get this ritual on the back, you will see this particular 7-pointed star.
Stop. This Negro is selling rich. So now, if you have a problem with me saying the word ritual, spells with 7-pointed stars and a circle on it. If you want to buy this, because I understand it goes to the welfare fund, brother. I understand. I understand, brothers. SHaLaWam has ministered and we have shared and given shekels to each other many times, but we do not sell spells. The scripture says what? To get the truth and sell it not. Buy the truth and sell it not. Freely you have given. So like freely you receive, freely shall ye give. And we're going to see that a lot too. Oh my goodness. So we're starting off with this Negro selling spells to the children of Israel, more than likely women, high, knowledgeable women who were looking to be empowered, came right to a damn witch. This Negro is another damn TD Jakes. Woman, thou art loosed. He just did it in the Egyptology way, and he's supposed to be, from what I don't know. I asked a question. I'm going to see the answer later, I hope. But a top teacher in Egypt, I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's just like, a nobody, and I just came across a weirdo video, but this is the first thing I came across. So let's see about selling spells real quick.
New rituals for those who want to purchase some. This is going for the welfare fund also too. This is the master ritual. It says to light a candle and open the formula of the pentagram. If you don't know what the pentagram is, if you decide to get this ritual on the back, you'll see this particular 7-pointed star. That's the pentagram, and they'll say the circle. Just imagine a circle. Also equipped with a Kabbalah with all the different.
Stop. He said draw the pentagram, and he said imagine the circle. Then he didn't say draw the pentagram. He said, here's the pentagram. You can learn the pentagram. He never said draw it. He said, here's the pentagram. You can imagine a circle. So imagine yourself in a circle. I don't know if you want to imagine pentagram, whatever. I'm not going to teach this foolery. This is some trash. He starts off 45 seconds in. We ain't even got into the lesson yet. Start off with lies. My question is, who are you learning from? It gets worse. I would like to say it gets better. It does not. It gets worse. Now, I'm only going to do this video up to about 30 minutes. All right, I'm going to do it in increments. I'm only going to do about 30 minutes because I know I'm going to be, putting information in between. I want to say 30 minutes plus. I got other things I have to make moves and do. So I really wanted to do 40 minutes or still 30 minutes and then break it down. So we'll see. We'll see. So man's comings and goings are of the Lord. Remember that. Hallelujah. So he starts off by trying to sell, not trying to, but selling spells to the children of Israel. Oh, almost forgot. Kabbalah. Does anybody know what Kabbalah is? If you don't know what Kabbalah is, let me tell you right now. Kabbalah is Jewish witchcraft. All right. Maybe I shouldn't have opened up the whole screen. Kabbalah is Jewish witchcraft. All right, so let me show you this. Not just Egypt witchcraft. Not just Egypt witchcraft, but Jewish, Amalek, Esau. Look at this. Kabbalah, the ancient Jewish tradition of mystical interpretation of the Bible, not interpretation, not even understanding, mystical interpretation of the Bible, first transmitted orally and using esoteric methods, including ciphers. It reached the height of its influence in later Middle Ages. Hold on. And we're going to break that down too. First of all, SHaLaWam, we follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If you're familiar with this is called a chakra chart. All right, this is in Kabbalah. Excuse me. This is the Kabbalah chart, which is also a chakra chart. All right, but this is also a practice in East Indian philosophies. Israelites, this is not a part of our customs. This is not. Listen, if you got one of these, this is not the hand of Moses. All right, that same eye that's in the middle is found in Turkey. This symbol is everywhere. It's witchcraft. The symbol of the chakra chart. All right. We went back. Hold on, let me go forward. The symbol of the chakra chart, all right, again, can be found in Hinduism and in the worship of East Indian deities. All right. All right, got some extra stuff going on here. I'm gonna cool down. I think I'm moving faster than my computer. All right, so long story short, so this is what the man is selling. If you know anything about this information, then this information right here is what a person would be purchasing if they're subscribing to what Bobby Hemmett is selling them.
you will see this particular 7-pointed star. That's the pentagram, and they'll say the circle. Just imagine a circle. Also, it's equipped with a Kabbalah with all the different paths on it. Different paths on it also too.
Stop. Something else we're going to find out is this man has no idea what the hell he's talking about in this video, and I was very disappointed. So I was grateful to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but I was disappointed to see lies being taught. All right. Let's pull this up again. So when he says you're going to see the Kabbalah with the different paths on it too. All right. So this is what he's talking about. All right. So let's use a colorful one. All right. So let's use this for example. Nah, not this isn't really preferably one I would like to use, but we're going to use it anyways. All right. Hold on. Let's go over here. There we go. All right. So this is what we're going to use as a representation for what we're teaching with our Kabbalah chart. Okay. Now I'm not going to go into the different chambers and the different paths. All right. As Brother Hemmitt called it. All right. But this is what he's talking about when he says the different paths. He's talking about, you see the different paths that goes to each specific dot. Each specific dot is one of your chakras, or so-called chakras, which rest within the center line of your body and then makes the figure of a man also. So I'm going to close that down now. This is what he was talking about. This is not scriptural. This is Gentile, East Indian, Jewish, European witchcraft.
And it tells you things, opening to reveal a cup of plenty, and tells you different things that you need to do. A lot of things, if you don't want to try to imagine, they'll tell you to imagine. So basically, you can bypass a lot of this stuff because you have melanin.
Stop! This Negro don't even know what the hell he talking about. He just fumbled through that whole thing and then said, you know what, basically you can bypass all this information because you got melanin. During the time of this, and I remember lightly somewhat, our people was talking, that was the worst spin move. Now, I'm not good at basketball, anyone would tell you. But that would be the worst. Try to dribble around the subject, spin around, and then still like, I'm going to go for the shot move ever. None of the teachers of the men of Israel that I know or associate do this madness. Starting off bad with lies. I don't care how many books you got behind you. You can't fake the spirit of wisdom. You can't fake the spirit of truth. You cannot fake chakmah. I want y'all to pay attention again to this terrible spin move. And he does this through this entire video. Now, after going through this one video only, I'm going to speak on what the Holy Spirit tells me to speak, or how Ruach Hadash is given La Debar to say pertaining to the spirit of Chakmah and the spirit of Ma'at. Please pay attention to how bad this is. Baba Kushaya Shala. Shemai, listen.
That you need to do. A lot of the things that you don't want to
wait.
Also, it's equipped with a Kabbalah with all the different paths on it.
He has no idea what he's selling the people. Doesn't even tell them what it is or how to use it or even that it's witchcraft. And then when he realizes he can't explain it, he says a lot of this stuff you can skip because you got melanin.
Different paths on it also too. And it tells you different things. Opening to reveal a cup of plenty, and it tells you different things that you need to do. A lot of the things, if you don't want to try to imagine, they'll tell you to imagine. And so basically,
fishing. This man is confounded. So I encourage our people from the beginning, Baba Kusha, please, if you haven't tried reading Proverbs, start with reading Proverbs. If you haven't tried with seeing that Psalms, Ecclesiasticus, Wisdom of Solomon were scrolls that were written by Negroes, and Egyptology is trash from the beginning. It is currently mummy pooped. It is dust. There is no greatness in it. We were the greatest thing that were in Egypt. And now we look back to that madness. And it's confounded. It was confounded from the beginning. Can't even explain the own documents in front of him that he's selling to our people. And when the Holy Spirit just showed you right now, listen, he was selling spells. So who are you learning from? Who are you learning from?
You can bypass a lot of this stuff because you have melanin. You just imagine what they tell you to imagine and say what they tell you to say. And a lot of the other stuff you don't necessarily have to go through.
Who are you learning from? Did y'all hear what this man said? Look at his eyes while he's talking. Look at how he's fishing around. Look at how he's tapping on stuff. I know. I be in places, you know. I be in the Ruach. I be in the spirit. The man isn't telling the truth from the beginning. We are only 1 minute and 14 minutes into this very, very bad explanation of Ma'at magic. This is exactly what Ma'at magic is. Ma'at magic is the reverse mirror. It's the opposite of the wisdom of the Most High. It's the polar opposite.
You see what I'm saying? These rituals will work anyway because you have melanin and all. And so basically what you're supposed to do is this, and the one I gave you yesterday is if you recite them over and over again until they work through your subconscious. Working through your subconscious and all. So I have these here for the people who want to purchase towards the welfare fund. $2. And it's 2 pages and all. So just let me know if you want some. If you want some and all. So whatever the deal is, you know. Going for word to call, going for my life deal. They gonna cut off damn near Wednesday. So you can pass them around. Okay. Boom. You pass one around.
Now we see some enthusiasm. You know what this reminds me of? Hold on real quick. Let me get this real quick. So as I get this video clip real quick, all right, what we seen was that not only did the brother not know what he was talking about, he told the people, this was the only instructions that he gave them. You say the things that are written on them. You believe the things that are written on them, and you recite them every day. I don't think he said believe. He said you recite them every day. He just handed them a pamphlet full of witchcraft spells from Kabbalism. All right. All right, so see, we got the video still going. Watch this. Jewish mysticism explained. Black magic, the dark side of Kabbalah opening. Kabbalistic candle magic using the key of Solomon. Hold on. Is Kabbalic candle magic dangerous? Watch this. I don't know, that's spell checking and that, but powerful Kabbalic prayers for protection. Hold on, wait a minute. It goes on more and more. The secret. Kabbalah. Here's the point. We're either going to be teachers of truth or we're going to be teachers of lies. You can tell the teachers of truth because they come from Hatawara, the Torah. I know that I've been looking at this specific thing for, whatever time frame the Father's given to me to look at it. When I say this thing, I mean Ma'at. When I asked Akim about Ma'at, the edification isn't given. I asked the Most High and the answer was given in less than an hour. So I just want to say, who are you learning from? If you get the opportunity, connect with your local Hebrew Israelite, Yaladim Yasha'Allah. All right. Yaladim means children. Yasha'Allah means Israelite. Connect with your Yaladim Yasha'Allah, your Hebrew Israelite. That's within your city gates that you know has a reputation for keeping the Most High's law, statutes, commandments, and for believing in the Messiah. We used to call him Jesus when we didn't know Hebrew. Now we speak Lashwan Kodash, we speak Hebrew, so we know his name is Yahawashai. Some people pronounce it different. We have different pronunciations, but us men of our community are known of our community, and some of us are known internationally for what the Father's given us to do, and that's to tell the truth, be truth tellers. I hate every lie, I hate every evil way. This Bobby Hemming individual this is terrible. So I'm actually not going to stop again right immediately. I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to share, what it is we're viewing. And I want you to see for your own self, okay? So with that being said, more information is going to come out. The video gets worse. I encourage everybody, if I don't get through this whole video, because today's the day of preparation, I still have moves to make, but I wanted to start. Okay, hallelujah. Yeah. Got to start making moves. All praise. So today's the day of preparation. So this is the topic. This is a subject that we'll be on. By now, everybody should be caught up. Facebook, SHaLaWam Thou. Welcome over here to YouTube, and all the Israelites that I've been meeting recently that's been asking. So we're starting officially more because not everybody likes to use Facebook, and I agree with that. Deaf to Facebook. All right. We all praise Yahweh. We've used it for a tool to be able to teach the children of Israel. All right. And to teach the Goayam throughout everybody. All right. There it is. So with that being said, I'm gonna get a little bit more into this video, and then I gotta get ready to get on the road. So please check out this video, and since I know we're not gonna get through it, I want you to watch the video for yourself. If you choose, it's a 4-part series. So if you choose to watch all 4, that's to your own discretion. I will stop at 1. I will stop at 1. This is me personally. So I'll get back to it and share the information that the Most High gave me. The man lies all the way through it, and not only starts with selling spells in the beginning, but also mishandles the scriptures terribly, miserably. And you can hear the women in the background. It's terrible. So with that being said, I can see the sense of the false empowerment that has been passed down from our mothers in this form of wickedness. And I can also see the sense of real empowerment that our grandmothers showed us by staying strong in their own household and letting their fathers and their husbands, be the lead and take care of them, Mashpachayim, to raise us up to be lions. So I can see both sides even better now. This is a terrible documentary. I'm gonna get back to it. Let's spend a little bit more time. Screen switch, switch the screen back. All right, and watch for the lies. Now, if you see truth, then cool. But I'm going to tell you what I see. Let's read. Let's read. Here we go.
Round people who wanted to
get one. Make sure you get one too.
Okay.
Now, keep this in mind. We pass out flyers all day, all night for free. All right. SHaLaWam pass out flyers all day, all night for free. The scripture says to buy the truth and sell it not. All right. Selling spells to SHaLaWam. I'm having a hard time getting over that.
All right. Okay, that's cool. All right. So anybody else want one, they'll be over here on the table and all. But it's good to have these particular things because let's say if you had some problems, you can use these same rituals for your problems also too. So just to conjure up energy. When anytime they're saying opening up a circle in the pentagram, hexagram, circle, anytime those nothing but melanin, the black dot. The black dot is seen as the pentagram, the hexagram, the Star of David. All of that is talking about, they got a 400 rituals talking about these different symbols, and all those symbols equate to melanin. You see, equate to melanin and all. So
here goes something else. His resources are absolutely terrible. So who are you talking about that has all these stars that equate to show who? Listen, when I tell y'all, I didn't just watch this and then just jump. Listen, I went through it, y'all, and now I'm presenting it to you. So be ready to listen to a lot of brain gurgle. You got to be able to decipher this. Stay sharp while you're listening to this charlatan. All right. Noble Drew Ali was an East Indian medicine man, magician, witch. Noble Drew Ali is the same charlatan as this man, which is the same as Simon that the scriptures teach us about what come, deceiving many.
All those equate to melanin, so there's no such thing as it not being a melanin ritual. So there's no such thing as 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah, there's no such thing as it not being a melanin ritual. Those particular. Those unique. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Boy, making them sales, ain't it?
How much is that? 3 or 4?
With change.
Oh, yeah.
Give me
I'm giving a change plus now. You want the one from yesterday? The one from yesterday is too, so boom, do that.
Boom, sold that one.
For those ones, remember, I still have that particular melanin one.
Now watch this. This nigga ain't been nothing but just shouting melanin so far. He sold who knows how many of our mothers witchcraft spells that they have brought into our home through Egyptology. This man sold spells to the SHaLaWam of Yasha.
Also, you use these things this one I would say, if you ask what was this one for, I would say that this one would be for protection as well as energy. Because when you do this stuff, basically you're conjuring up your own energy. So it's not no thing like trying to invoke some certain one. You're conjuring up your own energy. One is, and so when you do these and all, remember this is inner working, and you can take the same kind of rituals, conjure up the energy, and do what you will based on you have.
Stop. I know everybody heard that. Y'all already know what it is. Kwame Ashrala, Yabarakam, Yabashama, Shagashah. The God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, true, and every other thing is false. Real easy. Do what? Lie. Oh, you mean to tell me I didn't have to put in the whole word? The whole phrase? Hold on. Do what thou wilt. What do we see? I'm just gonna use the first thing that pop up. Matter of fact, let's switch over to images. Do what thou what? Do what thou wilt. Now look at this face real close. Y'all see his natural face? Look. You see his natural face? Right? Now look at it. Look. You see the pentagram in the center of his face? You see the horns up there? You see the eyes? Do what thou wilt, brother. When I tell you this man is a witch, he's a warlock, he's a charlatan, that's exactly who he is. What he is doing, what Mr. Ma'at Magic, Bobby Hemmett, is teaching are the quotes of Aleister Crowley, selling spells at the beginning of his Ma'at Magics. No. Started off with Fookery from the beginning. I was regretful to have to sit through it. I would have rather studied Flavius Josephus or Hatawara or even Ecclesiasticus or even taught one of them. Now, this man is selling pentagram symbols, 5 and 6. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said, imagine the circle around it. To your mama's who he sold this to. So you can miss me with all the Egyptology. All right. Trick no good. Let's see.
Have the energy base. So it's basically just igniting the battery. And the battery, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, carbon. And open any battery. The battery is carbon based. It's carbon based. So this is what these rituals are for and all. For protection. You'll be able to use these also for that particular thing too. As well as your energy, as well as healing.
That thing, that one thing, that thing.
The one that I say here called the master ritual. Let's say if you wanted to heal yourself. If you went through that particular ritual, you can direct the type of energy that you conjure up to what part of the body that you need healing. So in actuality, the ritual is only inducing the latent powers in your body that heal anything anyway, including needs. You see what I'm saying?
See where he did that head dip, include needs. Watch this. Let me run that back one time. Watch how you do that head dip. First of all,
6 protons.
First of all, this charlatan talks so damn fast. All praise Most High. We have the ability to listen. The Most High has given us the spirit of prudence. So hallelujah. He's given the Eladim Yasha'Allah. He shares with us his true Ruach. He shares with us Chakmah, who is the bright, shining light, the express image of his glory. See, Ma'at. We'll get into it. All right. So Bobby Hemmett does a terrible job at this. Long, exasperated sales pitch lie of conglomerated manure. It's terrible. And from the beginning, we can see that our people are being deceived. Why not just read the Bible? Why not just tell the history of who these people are? Why not listen? Even if you don't want to read the Bible, read Flavius Josephus. It's a historical account. Internationally. All right, so we're gonna get back to it. I'm so sorry to even have to go through this. It's disgusting.
6 neutrons, 6 electrons, carbon, and if you break open any battery, you will see the battery is carbon based. It's carbon based. So this is what these rituals are for and all. For protection. You'll be able to use these also for that particular thing too, as well as your energy, as well as healing. Let's say that the one that I say here called the master ritual. Let's say if you wanted to heal yourself.
The master ritual, that one. Yeah, I want the master ritual. How much is that one? That one for.
If you went through that particular ritual, you can direct the type of energy that you conjure up to what part of the body that you needed healing. So in actuality, the ritual is only inducing the latent powers that's in your body that can heal anything anyway, including AIDS.
See that head dip on that? Including AIDS. Why? Because niggas are scared of AIDS. They psychologically taught us to be afraid of 3 letters. That is a terrible psychological warfare. I don't know. What do you call that? All right. You see that head dip? You want to be healed from anything, Yasha'Allah? Keep the Most High's dietary law. Be obedient. He gives a long life. All right. So there's so much more beautiful details to give on that. All right. So let's continue.
You see what I'm saying? So basically, this is just now
watch the constant pauses, the stutters, the whoopie. But listen, I know we have to think. We think the truth. There's no truth in this. Is the problem though? Watch his eyes. Watch his spin moves. Watch how he flips the conversation. He doesn't stay on topic. You never get an answer out of it. You know why? Because he teaches metaphysics. He's a master of metaphysics.
Exercise to get those certain energies to working, as well as the one controlling the shadow, which that one and all is dealing with more of a psychological.
Hold on. Controlling the shadow? What shadow? Hold on. Wait a minute. I didn't like shadows when I was little. Which shadow was you talking about? Where are you? The shadow with me right now? Yeah, how you chasing your daggone shadow? Listen, the way that he flips this shadow madness, he tried to make it sound like it's talking about your melanin. Your melanin is a compound that's within inside of your genealogical makeup that Yahweh gave us. That's your melanin. That beautiful hue, that tone, that tint, that carbon that soaks in the sun and changes it into vitamin D that makes your eyes stronger. Yeah, that strengthens your pineal gland. Yeah, Khan. This Gentile brother, this charlatan, this witch, this warlock, he tries to relate your actual shadow into melanin, but in the world of witchcraft, the shadow ain't what you think it is. So, with that being said, he's going to lie. And he's already sold spells. Now he's going to start talking about shadows. We'll see.
Thing, let's say if you wanted to healing. So in actuality, the ritual is only inducing the latent powers that's in your body that can heal anything anyway, including AIDS.
See the head?
You see what I'm saying? So basically, this is just a exercise to get those certain energies.
Which ones? Which energies?
The one controlling the shadow. Which that one and all is dealing with more of a psychological thing. Let's say if you wanted to a psychological thing. Let's say if you wanted to actually meet your higher self or something like that.
What's You can't make this stuff up. Listen, yeah. After he finally gets it out, oh, y'all was so good. The water. See, Hara Chodash, the spirit of wisdom. She is real. Her name is Chakmah. We were given to her backwards. I ain't mad at the Akim that's looking for Ma'at. They're looking for the spirit of Chakmah. They're looking for the spirit of wisdom. She's calling to them. They only know her as Ma'at because that's what makes sense in the soul, you know, blah, blah, blah. So the fact of the matter is, I'm not mad at any of the Akim that's looking for Ma'at. A Ma'at is Ibadiath, and it's beautiful. Once you get to learn Ma'at, you got to look for her, though, and we can introduce you to Ma'at. We can introduce you to the true Ma'at. Hasham is Chakmah. All right. Matter of fact, here, it's for free. Go to Proverbs chapter 1, start at verse 20. You'll find her right there. And hey, bro, when you see her, hey, check this out, bro. When you see her, describe her to me. When you see her, describe her. Baba Kusha. That's my request to you. All right. So, and to he who have ears, let him hear. That's what I'm speaking to. All right. I don't talk through glass. So I'm speaking to he who have ears, let him hear. Yo, brother, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Once you get introduced, Laha Chakmah, to the spirit of Chakmah, all right, describe what she looks like. All right, so let's get back to this. All right, so let's see what our brother, man, I can't even call this dude my brother, man. My brother wouldn't do me like this. My brother wouldn't do this to my mother. I can't even call it. Hey, the scripture says, mark those who cause divisions, man. Most High said, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Yasha stands by a different standard. It's the fear of our Allahaya. It's the fear of our God. It's the true Chakmah. All right. So let's get it back. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry that y'all have to bear through this, but learning and understanding is true. This is the teachings of Egyptology. This is what you don't want to be participating in, because it'll have you chasing your shadow. Your woman will be God over you. And you know for sure once a month she gonna give you the business, and you're gonna have to respect her. Why? Because she your God. It's gonna make you weak, bro. She gotta submit herself. Once she do that, she'll make herself stronger, and then you'll become stronger because she humbled herself to you, and then y'all be more in union. So it's not the black woman, it's God. All right. All right. Let's get this real quick.
There's a good book out called you got your Maya Magic book here? Yeah, because there's a woman in the front. You need to go get, because the woman in the front got a book called Visual Magic.
Whoa! Wait a minute. You got your book out there, and then look at that face. Man, this is one I would love, bro. Mr. Hebrew 1, where art thou? Brother Jacob. Brother, hey, somebody send this video to Mr. Hebrew 1, Brother Jacob. This man, I don't know, whatever. See, guilty by association? You talking about guilty by association? Listen, anybody still, agreeing with this madness, they are showing you that they are blatant liars. Mr. Hebrew 1, Brother Jacob, please come out of retirement. Hey, Zaquan, where you at, OJ? I ain't retired, no. Zaquan, where art thou? All right? Putting up the signal. All right? It's a signal with a spotlight in the sky with some glasses. The signal went up, Zaquan. Where you at? Come get him. All praise Yahweh. So this terrible. So SHaLaWam, Zaquan. All right, salute. So this terrible thing is continuing forward. So I had to stop there because what he says next, it upset me to the point to where I didn't want to keep watching, but I knew I had to if I was going to be a just judge. Which Yahweh Shai is the only just judge. But for me to speak correctly, I had to keep watching. So I'm repetitive, but I'm grateful. So please pay attention to this name of the next person that he speaks of. It's a book writer. So he tells us about a woman book writer and the book that she wrote. This is what he uses as his resource. Now, remember, he came in, he sold spells. All right. He talked to us about our shadow. All right. Now let's see who his first reference is going to be and what her name is as an author. And watch this. Got a trick for you on that whole I don't got no tricks for you. This is all so good. Oh, y'all was so good.
And when you get it out, I'll show you the one and all. That one and all is dealing with more of a psychological thing.
Worse, even worse, watch how he fumbles through it and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Pay attention to that.
Let's say if you wanted to a psychological thing, let's say if you wanted to actually meet your higher self or something like that. There's a good book out called you got your Maya magic book here? Yeah, because there's a woman in the front. You need to go here because the woman in the front got a book called Visual Magic. And when you get it out, I'll show you the one. You might want to order that Visual Magic. But the people that want scientific information on melanin, as far as melanin dealing with psychic phenomenon, there's a great book out. There's a great book out on the scientific ramification, but it's a very technical book. So
watch this. He uses terminology. He says it's a very technical book. All right. Please, Babu Kusha. Just be prepared. He's about to start promoting witchcraft. All right. Watch how many times he says technical and like in a way to attempt to kind of like, I don't know, like discourage you from actually looking at it or something.
So it's one of those books that it's technical, but then again, it's a great study and all, and it's called very technical. And the name of this book is called
I'm looking.
Shadow Matter and the Psychic Phenomenon. A scientific investigation into.
We're gonna pull this book up. All right. So first things first, we're gonna go through the books that he referenced. Watch how he pulls up his resources. Watch where, just pay attention to his whole demeanor. Not only that, who it is that's being spoken of. All right.
Psychic phenomenon and possible life. Scientific information on melanin, as far as melanin dealing with psychic phenomenon. There's a great book out. There's a great book out on the scientific ramification, but it's a very technical book. So it's one of those books that, it's technical, but then again, it's a great study and all, and it's called very technical. And the name of this book is called Shadow Matter and the Psychic Phenomenon, a scientific investigation into psychic phenomenon and possible life after death. Shadow matter. Anytime you see shadow like that, shadow matter is melanin. So they're going to say everything but melanin. So the book is called Shadow Matter and Psychic Phenomenon, the scientific investigation into the psychic phenomenon and possible life after death by Jared D. Wasserman, Wassermann, PhD. The woman name that wrote Visual Magic, the woman who wrote Visual Magic is called Jan Fries. Let's see, I think I also found it in here. Her name is Jan, Janfries. But it's called ES''S, Jan Fries, Visual Magic, a manual of freestyle shamanism, sigilalism, because I told you there was a book, Practical Sigil Magic, that went out of print. But this one has sigilalism, subtle, and all of those inspired by figures such as Austin Spear, Aleister Crowley, and imperative to develop one own unique magical way. So what it is, this particular book is going to It's going to give you every aspect on how you visualize things, how you go inside and work. Some people say, when I meditate, I need something to do. I need something to think about when I have my eyes closed. Well, this particular book is a good little book to help you on visual magic, which is this Nema's counterpart. She recognizes her in front of the book. And this particular book is a very excellent book. Maya Magic also too. Guide for Self-Initiation. Well, the second book is Visual Magic. Visual Magic by and they show the different, and you visualize the people in the fairy kingdom and different things like that, because they have a fairy kingdom. They have little small people that live in the trees in Africa.
Then just look at his face and keep thinking about what he just said. Keep look at him dead in his eyeballs. Look at him. He just said that. He just said that. They got a little bit of people in the fairy kingdom that live in the trees in Africa. Keep looking at his eyes. This man has no idea what he's talking about. The two books that he just named off one of them is a satanic book. The author of the book isn't even a woman. It's a man. He gave the wrong name of the man. He gave the wrong spelling of the man's name. This is the name of the book. Now, let me see. Do we already have it open up here? Now I think it's time to start going through these. All right. So where we at? Family tree, my family tree. Nope. Image result, Warlock movie. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Love story, Isis Osiris. Oh yeah, first and last. All right. So let's start with it like this. All right. I'm gonna highlight this. Copy paste to get you the image of the book, but this is the second edition. Watch this. Let's get the first edition. Select that. Watch this. First edition. Where art thou? All right. Here, let's get this. Now, the name in itself should be an issue with you. The reason being is because it's witchcrafty. For a lack of words, it's witchcrafty. All right, listen. Visual magic. Jan Fries, not Jane Phrase. Jane's phrases. The man gave two incorrect spellings. Now, as you scroll down, listen. Look, we haven't done nothing but put in the name. Watch this. All we did was put in the name. We are in a 100%, 1200% satanic page section of studies of books. Does this look like metaphysics? Does this look like Egyptology? What does this look like? It's witchcraft. This is this man's references. So everything Bobby Hemmett has been saying has been 1200% say the damn tanic. This is Jan Fries. Jan Fries is a man. This is Dr. Jan Fries. Let's open him up in a new tab. So when I told y'all, when I asked y'all, who are you learning from? When this is Ma'at Magic's teacher right here, Mr. Dr. Jan Fries. All right, I don't want to have too many windows open, so let me start to back down. Y'all see the point, so I'm gonna start to close some stuff down. All right, so that's Dr. Jan Fries and his visual magic book. All right, a great read, which is what teachers listen. Here's the problem with this: the name itself contradicts itself. Ma'at is truth, magic is not. Listen, the name in itself contradicts it. Ma'at is a moth. A moth is truth. Magic is not truth. So you have to learn what the true ma'at is. Ma'at is a moth. A moth is the roah chachma. All right. So if that doesn't, listen, and it's given for free. No reward is asked. All right. Just Shemai. Take a chance. I mean, not take a chance, but, take the truth, examine yourself. All right. So this is Do What Thou Wilt, Aleister Crowley. All right. Y'all see, I just straight past, the Israelite image. I don't even want to speak on that. I don't know. But did he or did he not out of his own mouth say, do what thy wilt? So do what thy wilt is not just, we're not just showing the images because we're showing it because Do What Thy Wilt is the title of this man's book, Aleister Crowley, which is a top satanic witch. He's worm food now. He's worm food. Out, and this is why we say Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Yahweh is good. So this is the edification that we're getting from Bobby Hemmett. All right. You can learn some of these Kabbalistic spells that he were teaching. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I got to go back to that. I got to look some more up into that. So we can see the Kabbalah that he was selling. All right. At the beginning of the before the presentation even started. You want to, but get a sister right there. Go ahead and make sure she get them right there. All right. So this is the Facebook. If anyone from Yasha Allah is I absolutely hate Facebook. I loathe Facebook. Death to Facebook. We're going to use this tool and we're going to use YouTube. We're not indifferent. We're going to use all of these tools to do what? To rebuke and to teach the law, statutes, and commandments of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's it. All right. So if anyone's looking, we have plenty of videos and things on here and such. I don't want to go through it because I don't particularly like learning. I don't even like learning how to go through Facebook. We drop videos on there and then we bang out. Like, all right, learn. All right, SHaLaWam. All right, so why do we bring this up? So this next chart is yoga. All right, does everybody know about this? Does it look familiar to you? You do some of these things to help you get your belly fat off, huh? Get your baby fat off, huh? Go do some yoga. Go to the club with the girls. Go do some yoga. You're doing sun god worship. All of these are different positions of worshiping the false sun deity. See that? You see that? It's a sun. These are called sun salutations. The word salutation means salute. These are different prayer poses that the East Indians did. All right. So he's going to teach on that too. So these things are very important to know. If you love the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, if you want to truly repent and like for real, learn chachma, learn wisdom, it's better to learn it from your forefathers. All right. Your forefathers wrote the Bible. That's why we run from it. Because it was written by our grandfathers. Niggas don't want to read it. They don't want to hear it because we don't want to be corrected. We don't want to know that we're in trouble. So we run from the truth. All right, so let's get back to Elder OG Bobby Hemmett.
You see what I'm saying? It's just like living the trees in Africa. And so visual magic, when you can visualize, because some people, I think a lot of people now are saying, well, I have a lack of vision. If I can visualize it, so if you learn how to visualize things,
Now watch, he's about to completely freestyle this whole thing. He starts with talking about the topic of visual magic, the book Visual Magic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back up Visual Magic as Bobby Hemmett edifies.
I need something to do. I need something to think about when I have my eyes closed. Well, this particular book is a good little book to help you. In PhD. The woman named that wrote Visual Magic. The woman who wrote Visual Magic is called Jane Fries. Jan Fries. Let's see. I think I also found it in here. Her name is Jan, Janf RISS. But it's called EF Jan Fries Visual Magic, a manual of freestyle shamanism sigilalism, because you know I told you there was a book, Practical Sigil Magic, that went out of style, went out of print. But this one has sigilalism, subtle, and all of those inspired by figures such as Austin Spear, Aleister Crowley, and imperative to develop one own unique magical way. So what it is, this particular book is just going to it's going to give you every aspect on how you visualize things, how you go inside and work. Because you know, some people say, well, you know, when I meditate, I need something to do. I need something to think about when I have my eyes closed. Well, this particular book is a good little book to help you on visual magic, which is this Nema's counterpart, because she recognizes her in the front of the book. And this particular book is a very excellent book. Mayat Magic also too, Guide for Self-Initiation. Well, the second book is Visual Magic. Visual Magic by and they show the different, and you visualize different people in the fairy kingdom and different things like that, because they have a fairy kingdom. They have little small people that live in the trees in Africa. You see what I'm saying? Just like live in the trees in Africa. And so visual magic, when you can visualize, because some people, I think a lot of people now are saying, you know, I have a lack of vision. If I can visualize it, so if you learn how to visualize things, you know, like they tell you, you can, until you learn to see yourself a certain way and see yourself having a certain thing, you see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why white people are able to gain more success in their life, is because, first of all, the white man is not born with an inferiority complex because he sees his images all over TV. So it's healthy for him. So therefore, all right,
I'm going to stop it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back just a little bit, because I know there were a lot of bad things that were in there that were heard. I didn't want to interrupt. So I'm going to run it back just a little bit, because I want to bring up a few of these points. All right. So Baba Kushal Shemai. Shemai is listen.
And they have open minds for the simple fact that they have open.
He about to get on this podium right now. Boy, he put that leg up. He kicked up that leg. What? I'm about to give him a finish.
But it's called EES', Jan Fry's Visual Magic, a manual of freestyle shamanism, sigilalism. I told you the book Practical Sigil Magic went out of style, went out of print. But this one has sigilalism, subtle, and all of those inspired by figures such as Austin Spear, Aleister Crowley, and imperative to develop one own unique magical way. So
it literally tells you it's a book of spells that's encouraged by witches. One of the top witches that he just named off in this book is Aleister Crowley. And I'm pretty confident that the majority of you family members, Mashpakayim, or those who have an ear to hear, you heard it. Aleister Crowley, again, was one of the top witches in the United Snakes that was named off publicly in front of, you know, the references alone show you that it's satanic. All right. Jan Fry's, which was the man image that we seen. These are the different images of Jan Fry's. Now here'd be a crazy thing. What if Jan Fry's was a man who then, second edition, I don't know, transgender to a woman? I don't know. Stuff like that is going on. I ain't gonna make no speculations. But here are the type of look at this. The Shadow Tarot, the Shadow Tarot, Dancing with Demons is the name of that book. So these are Bobby Hemmett's, Bobby the Witch Hemmett. So if you ask me what is Ma'at, oh yeah, there we go. Yahweh's truly good. So check this out. Aleister Crowley, we looked at him earlier. This name right here, Thoth. Now, man, look, 777, the ancient Kabbalistic writings of Aleister Crowley. So when you come at us with Egyptology or Kemet, we want to show you that you're performing old school satanic witchcraft. Yahweh completely destroyed Egypt for a reason. Just like we can prove Sodom, we don't have to prove anything. He has already proven Sodom and Gomorrah existed. Past tense. So here's the point. When we see these things, we really want to take them in consideration and say, who are you learning from? If you're learning from Bobby Hemmett, you're learning satanic witchcraft, Aleister Crowley selling spells, teaching you Ma'at. Wait till you see listen. I pray to Yahweh that y'all hearing this, that y'all seeing this. I'm gonna let him continue to speak the lies.
But it is, this particular book is going to give you every aspect on how you visualize things, how you go inside.
I'm sorry. Listen, the scriptures tell us about a man who winks when he talks. This man looked like he just took the biggest blast of 1992 bass rock.
Jan Fry's Visual Magic, a manual of freestyle shamanism, sigilalism, because I told you there was a book, Practical Sigil Magic, went out of style, went out of print. But this one has sigilalism, subtle, and all of those inspired by figures such as Austin Spear, Aleister Crowley, and imperative to develop one own unique magical way. So what it is, this particular
imperative to develop one own in a unique magical way. So it's all about the self-exaltation. If you self-exalt, you are not giving reverence, praise, Allahaya. Yahweh hates vanity. If you make it about yourself, me, I do, I'm God, I did this, you're saying nobody, nothing created you. You're not giving glory to Allahaya. And that's the problem with this Ma'at Fukery, with Egyptology. It takes the focus off our Allahaya, puts it on ourselves, and then we kill ourselves. All right. So he completely fumbles through that whole reading, doesn't even know what he just read to the people. Unless he does know, that's even worse.
The book is just it's going to give you every aspect on how you visualize things, how you go inside and work. Some people say, when I meditate, I need something to do.
Did y'all see that typewriter jaw? Did y'all see that typewriter jaw? Hold on. Where we at right now? We at 7:59. All right, I'm 7:59. I'm gonna go back to 7:57. Did y'all see that? Oh, you can't make this up. Oh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is true. The typewriter jaw. King, we cashed out. Those 90, those y'all. All right, so if y'all can't make this up, y'all was good. All right, SHaLaWam. Kwame Asherala, y'all brought coming up. I believe that the spirit of Chakmashi really does operate with us. If we'll submit ourselves, be quiet, if we'll listen, if we'll humble ourselves. All right, we can all do it better. And listen, brethren, that's looking for Ma'at. If you think Ma'at is a better way, then I pray to Yahweh that so far you see that it is not, and also that you turn your attention from that version to looking at the actual spotted, the unspotted mirror of what Ma'at truly is. Her name is Chakmah. All right. So we can introduce you to her. You can learn it for yourself. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. All right. Go and meet her. I'm actually waiting on you. All right. Hey, watch this. And she says she'll never hurt your feelings. All right. Let's get this. Oh, and never mind. All right. Come on. Let's get it.
I need something to do. I need something to think about when I have my eyes closed. Well, this particular book is a good little book to help you.
Stop. It is not a particularly good little book to help you, because if you need something to focus on, to study on when you got your eyes closed, blessed is the man that meditate on the word of the Most High night and day. By Shama Mashiach Yahushai. Day and night, night and day. The scriptures tell us what? We teach these laws to our children when we wake up, when we go out, when we rise, when we lay down, when we come back in. Deuteronomy 6:7. I mix up 7:6 and 6:7 sometimes because, So long story short, so 7:6. So Deuteronomy 6:7. We're to teach our Yaladium all the time. So these are the things we meditate on. We don't meditate on witchcraft. The man sold spells to our people. Then he spoke against the Messiah. This nigga Antichrist. Where's your beard? It's hard to trust a man who shaves his face off. I got a thing with that. All right, SHaLaWam.
Her name is Jan, Janfriess.
It was a man, brother.
But it's called E-E-S-apostrophe S. Jan Fry's Visual Magic. A manual of freestyle shamanism, sensualism. I told you the practical sensual magic.
Shamanism is witchcraft.
But this one has sensualism, subtle in all of those inspired by figures such as Austin Spear, Aleister Crowley, and imperative to develop one own unique magical way. So what it is, this particular book is just going to give you every aspect on how you visualize things, how you go inside and work. Some people say, when I meditate, I need something to do. I need something to think about when I have my eyes closed. Well, this particular book is a good little book to help you on visual magic. Which is this Nema's counterpart. She recognizes her in the front of the book. And this particular book is a very excellent book, Mayat Magic also too. Guide for Self-Initiation. Well, the second book is Visual Magic. Visual Magic by and they show the different
Jan Fry, brother.
The fairy kingdom and different things like that. Because they have a fairy kingdom. They have little small people that live in the trees in Africa.
Where at?
Just like living in the trees in Africa.
What's their name?
And so visual magic, when you can visualize, because some people, I think a lot of people now saying, I have a lack of vision. If I can visualize, if you learn how to visualize things, you know, like they tell you, you can until you learn to see yourself a certain way and see yourself having a certain thing. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why white people are able to gain more success in their life. First of all, the white man is not born with an inferiority complex because he sees his images all over TV. So it's healthy for him. So therefore, and they have open minds for the simple fact
that
they have open minds for the simple fact that
wait. Did y'all see when he caught his theme? There's my ship. That man Hook finally caught into something. He kicked that leg up like an old pimp at a bar. About to run this game down to him. See, the white man don't got an inferiority complex. Now, I want y'all to also listen to how many women are in the background saying, right. Now, watch this. This woman been out listening to this charlatan all day and then come back home into mama's house with Abba. And now Abba and Amma arguing. Then they separate. Now I'm living with Amma and she God. How many mothers, how many ribs are in this crowd? How many women of SHaLaWam have learned to be deceived by this foolery and turned from their husbandmen?
And they have open minds for the simple fact that they have they have open minds for the simple fact for their children. If people take them hunting, camping, this particular place, so they see the world at a certain age. So if you have these things that's not impairing you to, for your vision, then therefore if you think of a damn multi-billion-dollar business, you get a multi-billion-dollar business. You see what I'm saying? Until you see yourself, and it's just the same thing when it came to losing weight. Until you see yourself skinny, you can't lose no weight. And that's one of the main things, and even in the 12-step program, you have to see yourself. And so they say, go to the Essence magazine, pick out the finest woman you want, paste on the goddamn refrigerator, paste on the bathroom sink, paste on the bedroom sink, and vision.
That nigga, I'm sorry. That brother straight got pornographic with it. You take it. This man said take the vision. He tells women to take the finest picture of another woman that they see, paste her up all over the house. So then you can be like her one day. First of all, thou shalt not covet. Comparisоnism is a very, very terribly spiritually bad thing. I did a lesson on that. I won't get into it right now. Being happy who Allah made you to be and continually working in the Most High is a beautiful thing. Now, as a man thinketh, so is he, is what Hatanakh says. As a man thinketh, so is he. Not taking down fine ass pictures of women and pasting all over the house everywhere. He said, plaster here, plaster there, plaster here, plaster there, plaster, plaster, plaster. So you walking throughout the house, plaster. Oh, there she goes. She there. Yeah, I don't think that that's spiritually or scripturally sound. I wouldn't want my Yaladium, my children, my Banya, my sons growing up, walking throughout the Bayath and seeing the finest woman plastered up throughout the house. I tell the daughters of Israel believe in operating modesty. We cover ourselves. All right. We are our fathers and our mothers' nakedness. We are pure. We are Bathwalayim. We are virgins. We are setting a better standard. We will not be plastering pornographic pictures all over the house, Bobby Hemmett.
Realize yourself, and one of the actual programs in doing that individual yourself, help take a picture, cut your face out, and put on the fine ass body you want.
Hotep.
And your psyche and your subconscious, once you work into your subconscious stuff, you can lose that type of weight. Most people if you know, they gain a lot of weight, have low self-esteem. You see what I'm saying? As far as being obese. Some people are obese for the fact, and they ever had people that grew up petite. And then somehow they lost their weight based on a relationship, and they lost their will based on a man, and they gained all this weight. There's cases, like I said before, with women gaining weight because they didn't want to attract attention to them because of the fact they was hurt about a man they lost, and they say, well, I give up on niggas. But they kind of look kind of good, and they go out the street, a nigga will crack on you behind, and he like your booty and all that. So what they do is, to avoid the black man pulling up on the sister, they gain a whole lot of weight to get themselves out of the doggone playing field of date stuff. So it's the same way you can reverse that type of thing by your visual image and all and stuff. So the book James Fry's visual.
None of that had nothing to do with visual magic. All of that was none of that had nothing to do with visual magic. Visual Magic is a book about witchcraft. It's a book about shamanism. It's a book about teaching you how to be a witch. None of that of what he said was true. You can read about this book for yourself. I've done my research. I'm going to continue to do it. This book is not about what he just said. All of that fine woman and tape yourself around in the pitch, and some women, yay, baby, you used to be bad, but you got fat. But I still get with you because you got a bad body with your old ass. All of that he just said, that was the flesh. I'm gonna close down the visual magic book now. Well, hold on, we have to. Okay, con. So let me do this one more time. When you put in this specific book that he's talking about, now, first of all, let's do this real quick. What is shamanism? Just in case you didn't know. All right, because we're all learning. All right, I'm gonna cut that right there. I'm gonna paint a little pretty open window right there and bring this and drop it into the little box right there. Just paint a little paste. All right. Y'all remember that? Was a brew with the fro? Yeah, y'all remember him? All right, so automatically pulling up shamanism. We go into now. I'm gonna do it. This is something I like doing. It's like that. I like using dictionary.com. Oh, I love shamanism. Yeah, so why do I like using dictionary.com? Dictionary.com has something that's really cool on there, which is called a thesaurus. I like thesauruses. Thesauruses, you can look up information with that's also called the same subject by other names. All right, that's the best way I know how to explain it. All right, so shamanism, it'll say like, what are other words that are synonymous, synonyms, words that are synonymous with a shaman. All right, so check that. we're going to pull up both dictionary and we're going to pull up the source. All right. So I'm just showing you this because this is how I study. This is how I look up stuff. Like, and I don't only do it with. I have Saparium, I have books, but since we're on this is I gotta do it like this. All right. So shamanism. All right. Healing, herbal medicines. Okay. So those are the two things that are synonymous with shamanism, healing, and herbal medicine. So now we're going to switch over to dictionary. All right. The source, dictionary.com. The orange section has the thesaurus. The blue section has the dictionary portion. So we're in the thesaurus section. So down we read, we see synonymous for shamanism, healing, and we see herbal remedies. All right. So those are two words that are synonymous, but that's not the definition. Now let's switch over to dictionary. Read that dictionary definition. All right, shamanism. All right, so now the blue section, as you see, we're still on the same website. It's just it goes from orange if you want the source, and it goes to blue if you want the dictionary. All right, so we seen shamanism was synonymous with what? Healing and Con, y'all know the other one? Okay, I'll look it up again. All right, so now for shamanism, all right, we see it's a noun, all right, and animistic religion in Northern Asia embracing the belief in powerful spirits that can be influenced only by shamans. Oh, well, that's a different definition. All right, that's a very different definition. All right, any similar in religion? Okay, okay. So that's just that part. So now let's go one step further and play. Now we're gonna go to what's called online etymology. Etymology, I think is fun. I like it. It helps me, whenever I'm looking up stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go to on etymology.com. So let's see. There we go. Thwada. All right, we're going to scroll down to this one right here. It has the green under it, so it shows which one it is. So online etymology, or etymology online, is the one we want to use. And the way that you know it's the correct one is, by the way it looks. So we have the symbol of the burgundy lion, all right, online etymology dictionary, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up specifically shamanism, and we're going to pull it up from its first being used in the 1780. Okay. All right. So shaman. All right. So the way that etymology online works is it goes from the oldest to the most recent use of the terminology. So it'll start with this is the oldest use, and then it breaks it down throughout cultures, and then it comes to the most updated. So this is where it ends up at. So it's the definition of, or excuse me, the history of this word being used starts here, and then with etymology online, it'll read you all the way through, tell you the different cultures that it came through, different regions, and then how it came to recent. That's how online etymology works. So it'll help you to learn the etymology of words, etc. So very helpful. So let's read it. All right, 1690s, priests of the Ural Atlantic peoples. All right, which I have to learn about them now because that's a new word to my knowledge. Ural Atlantic. I have to learn about the Ural Atlantic peoples. Hallelujah. All right, so probably via German and Shach. I don't know how to pronounce this yet. Shakamain from Russian, shaman from Russian, shaman from tongues, saman, which is perhaps from Chinese, shaman, Buddhist monk from Parakrits, Samaya, Parakrit Samaya, which I don't know what that is. I have to learn that now also. From Sanskrit, Saramanas, Buddhist essence. Wow, I don't know what that word is either. I've never even seen that. I've never seen a lot of these words. All right. I don't know what EOD means. Related to shamanic. All right. So I got a lot of studying to do, right? Basically, I'm just gonna leave this whole page up and do this. So after I finish this video, I be having stuff to do. All right. So shaman. All right. So let's go back to dictionary.com, and I'll leave online etymology up. All right, so I'll study that for myself. And if you got that, matter of fact, let me go back and read it, and then maybe, I had a hard time reading it because I don't know the words. All right, so for yourselves, please take notice of this, learn it, and see if it has anything to do with witchcraft or if it has to do with righteousness. If it falls into the category of righteousness, that'll be pretty interesting. If it falls to the category of witchcraft, or really what we need to do is find out who these people are. We really need to find out what nation this is, what nation it is, where they came from. All right. We find this out. This will be very helpful in understanding the true definition of what the word shamanic or shaman means. Okay. So let's take it back to this culture of people. Because if you go back to Sanskrit, you got to go back to which perhaps, so you got to go before it says perhaps. So perhaps is a guess. This up here is the part that I know is actually, more accurate. So we're going to skip the perhaps part. All right. And we're going to get back to OG Razzle Dazzle. All right. I'm going to hold on to that one. All right. So online etymology, very helpful. I'm going to start closing windows down because I need to use the space. I'm going to leave that one up because I need to study. Online dictionary, we can close that one down for right now. All right, so we see that as shaman. Oh, man, that first definition of shaman was really good. All right, so y'all hold on to that concept. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, let's get it, OG Bobby.
Magic is the first book, which is another book that comes from England. It's coming from Mandrake, Oxford, P.O. Box 250 Oxford. But the name of the actual book company that puts out visual magic is called, if you want to get it, Golden Dawn Publications. P.O. Box 250 Oxford, OX1 1AP, OX1 1AP, Britain. And they have visual magic out, which is supposed to be a very good book. It's the same people that also put out Shadow Matter and the Psychic Phenomenon. Shadow Matter and the Psychic Phenomenon. So now if you're having problems getting metaphysical books, I suggest that you form an alliance. Take the emphasis, say like Delilah. You go down and you go to Newly Book Distributed is the biggest metaphysical book company in the country. Newly Book Distributed in Atlanta, Georgia. That's why I have no problem. I got 9 metaphysical bookstores to go to. Then you in competition, Barnes and Nobles and
all right, so we're gonna say I'm gonna stop at about 12:30, and about 12:31, a little bit before then, he starts talking about where you can buy books from.
All of them have a big stop because the actual metaphysical book company place is distributed in Atlanta. And they started out in a room about as big as this house, and now they got a place it's a warehouse as big as a doggone football field full of metaphysical books. So I'm gonna say that you can take one person like you can in the Sisters of Setman can say we want to order books because you have to be a company. Any company just establishing yourself as a company. And the whole thing is you just have to buy $50 worth of books at a time, but that ain't over 2 or 3 books. So therefore you get the books on wholesale, but the catalog is tremendous. It's the amount of things also too. Tremendous. And so all you gotta do is instead of calling the bookstore, somebody just call Delilah up and say, hey, get me this book. You see what I'm saying? You got to get me this book and get me the book. And they can bring you the money by, and you can order the book wholesale and make a buck out of it, labor of love, you know what I'm saying? They still be paying 3 times what they pay in the store. You see what I'm saying? I'm
gonna stop it right there. All right, so he let us hustle out just a little bit, let you know how you can make a little bit. If you was to order the books, that's hard to find. They hard to find, but I can find them. I got the resources. I got about 7, 8 different resources I can get them from, and this is how you get them. And then you can order them. And then when you order, you can sell them to them, make a couple bucks out of it. But it's a labor love. Did y'all see all that? So he's still selling, right? Y'all, we seen that, right? I know I'm not tripping. All right. Now hold on. The problem with that is this right here. He's gonna get asked if they can have the resources. He's not gonna give it to them.
So these particular books are also available at New Book Distributing. James Fry's Visual Magic, as well as Shadow Matter and the Psychic Phenomenon. Now, I call you and give it to you, you got sent off for a catalog, sent off for a catalog, and this is very good book. I say also here's another good.
Finally got back on subject. All he had to do was be reading off the list of books that are terrible books of witchcraft that are hard to find, but he know how to get them. Somebody from the crowd asked, "Can we get one of them?" He said, "No, you got to call me. I got to send off one of the catalogs." He starts off saying how you can get this information, tell him how. Then he makes it to where you can only get it through him. He's selling to people, making merchants of the children of Israel and their witchcraft books. That was a brother that was voiced. That was in the background on that one. He probably left felt empowered, like, man, the Ma'at magic, man, that magic, man, that Ma'at, man, that's, man, I'm telling you, man, it's the empowerment, brother, You can't make this stuff up, man. Now that's about to happen. You can't make this stuff up. All right, we can't make this stuff up. This is really how it be happening.
For a catalog.
So with that being said, I'm gonna stop the video. This whole video is terrible. I ain't even mad. What's gonna happen is if I can play it next, it's gonna continue to do that all the way through. I don't know why. As our brother Zaquan Elder Jacob would say, they jangling wires down in Langley. All right. Beautiful information that's been brought out. All right, that enough is incriminating evidence in itself. When you watch the rest of it, it gets worse. So since I'm not going to suffer myself or anyone else to go through the rest of it, of listening to this
catalog.
Oh, it must have had to catch up. Let's get it in.
Sent off for a catalog, and this is very good book. I say also to get here's another good book called Flying Saucers by Francis Barrett. Flying Saucers, Francis Barrett, and by Francis King, includes Barrett's publication manuscript on the Crystal Vision. So what we know is we understand that you have to take all information with a grain of salt. Because the white boy is going to he's going to tell the truth, but then again he's going to add his own truth. But basically your spirit can tell you what's right or wrong. For the fact that most people have an Afrocentric training and understand that everything came out of Africa, which is your key. So when they start talking about all this stuff about Britain and England,
everything did not come out of Africa. Our father Abraham is from Arabia. Negroes that got sold into slavery from the transatlantic slave trade, they told us that we were from Africa. We're from Arabia. We're from Ur. Ur is southern Arabia. We are not Africans. We moved into the land of Israel, Yasha Allah, the land that was given to us. We fled into the land of Canaan with the whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Whatever. All right. We fled. There's so many different Shamium, so many different names. We fled into the interiors of what's currently today called Africa. We also lived amongst them. There are some of us that's still in captivity today now, but we are not Africans. My father was a Chaldean ready to perish who went into Egypt and they entreated us harshly. We went in few, and the Most High brought us out a plenteous people. But we are not Africans. So this Negro is a liar, a charlatan, and a witch, and a salesman. This Negro is worse.
In China and all that shit, you know that's bull job. You know that everything came from black. There's no original thought on the planet other than yours. That's the key. No original, and that's what we're going to prove today. Also, when we get into this particular stuff, and basically, everything that is going on here has been left. Everything that has been going on here has been left behind by the Moors. Left behind by the Moors. Like I said before. Hello. We just started, so you're good to go. You want to turn that TV around? So they can see whatever if they want to. Like I said before, Like I said before, your light bill is not a police company. Your phone bill is the police company. Water bill. Any type of thing that you gotta go pay a bill. Your bill is not a police. It is very important that the government has to keep track on you now. Because they know that they're losing this fight. And the end is here for them. Like I said before, I must say that one of the greatest books that's been printed in the 1990s is the book of Mayat. This particular book of Mayat. This is an awesome book because it deals with creative visualization.
Israelite woman in the background, I bear witness. So yeah, so we've been greatly deceived. I'm pretty confident that everybody also could hear your own testimonies within it. I'm pretty confident that everybody can hear lies. If you have posts, put them up. Have you heard anything that wasn't accurate? Anything that ties into? Listen, hold on. Let me ask you a question. When are we gonna start talking about my art? I want to learn. You know what? We are learning my art magic. The man is teaching witchcraft. My art is truth. Magic is falsehood.
And I love what the sister did because she painted everything black in here. But this book is an unbelievable book. It has rituals, every other thing in here. But this is a great book. And if you notice, it's not that complicated. It's real simple. It's one of the best books. This is one of the best books. Mayat Magic by Nima, which is back with Amen. Nima is a group of Nima is a part of the Cincinnati Black Lodge or something like that. Cincinnati. Anyway, so she's affiliated with a Crowley group. There's a lot of bull jive out there. You gotta get the stuff that is affiliated with they go in. Try to stay on most Egyptian themes and themes that are basically related to ancient history. Good books on Sufism, the way of the Sufi. Another good book to understand, a good book is People of the Secret. Very excellent book. People of the Secret, Ernest Scott. You're going to give out a lot of books today. People of the Secret, Ernest Scott. Well, you can get it in Atlanta. People of the Secret, Ernest Scott. It's an advanced and a very scholarly book. You want to get a book that's very scholarly. Why? Because it uses it as an encyclopedia. You could always go back to it and find certain amount of things also too. Remember that book Isis by D. Tracy McGee, Isis, her worship and magic. The Isis mystery, her worship and magic. And finally, after so many years, after writing on Osiris and different things, somebody finally put out a book on Isis. There was another historical book called Isis in the Greco-Roman world, which you probably have to go to a library and copy. Which is out of print, but the one that they finally put out with all the rituals and stuff. And we need to. I can't stress the importance of listen. These things are now starting to disappear. Now the guy down in Atlanta, Georgia, the guy that runs Avalon Bookstore has already said that look, that in about a year or so, or maybe the first of the year, a lot of these books are gonna have to start going out of business because of the internet. Because they download all this stuff on the internet because it's for free. So now they can download stuff on the internet. You can say, well, I can get it for free. But remember, websites close down because it costs money to keep them on. So if they download stuff on the internet and the book is taken off the market because it's not selling, and that website closed down, that means you're not going to be able to get this book. And by us being the elect at this time, because our people ain't going to do it. We the fuck going to do it. And that means you got to have ammunition. And that's what even on what's his name? Talk about ammunition. Leonard Jeffries. We shoot from the lip and not the hip. Because they say what? If you read the book of Revelation, they say that Christ who is to come, who is in all of us, he's going to come with the word of God from his mouth.
Stop. Now we have to be defenders and guardians of the throne of Christ. Yahawashai. Messianic to the bone until the casket drops. Drop. Guardians of the throne. One word salute to 4 Tribes Static Addicts by Shamashiach Yahushua Yahu. This Negro is a non-messianic maniac. This Negro lies. And now he's about to lie and attempt to use the terrible fright of the coming king to persuade people to buy witchcraft. Christ who is in us all. So he used, what's it called when you use something 2 ways, double entendre? He speaks like that. Tries to make it look like it can't be either or, but I'm really saying this. I just don't want no smoke. I don't want to hurt you because, I don't know. We messianic. We want all the smoke. So this Negro lies. And then he turns it and tries to use the word of Alahaya for a sale. Let's see. Let's go back to 1904. Now start focusing in when he tries to, when he attempts to mention the scripture. Start focusing in.
If they download stuff on the internet and the book is taken off the market because it's not selling, and that website closed down, that means you're not going to be able to get this book.
Now this is all about business.
Being the elect at this time, because our people ain't going to do it. We the fuck going to do it. And that means you got to have ammunition. And that's what even on what's his name? Talk about ammunition. Leonard Jeffries. We shoot from the lip and not the hip. Because they say what? If you read the book of Revelation, they say that Christ who is to come, who is in all of us, he's going to come with the word of God from his mouth like a double-edged sword. That means when you speak it, and the energy going to get so bad until you can speak stuff. And if a person don't have the right melanin, they are...
Stop. Y'all hear what he's saying? You'll be able to speak stuff. If the person have the right melanin.
Drop dead.
They'll drop dead. This is what he was selling, that inner channeling of the black power of the melanin. None of it makes sense. Now watch how he tries to twist the word of Yahweh. Now there will come a time when Yahawashi Mashiach, who the prophets wrote of, who the pharaohs knew of, which Noah knew of, which even Adam knew of. Adam, it was prophesied, Adam. He knew that the world would be destroyed twice, one with water, one with fire. He knew that it would be prophesied, that it was prophesied to be destroyed twice, one with water, one with fire. The water won't happen. The fire won't happen yet, but we know it's coming. Now, how can we prove the water won't happen? Oh, well, look around. I mean, we can do that. That'll be fun. All right, so we'll do another video or a lesson showing the signs that the Most High has done to prove his true existence. All right. So we'll do another video on that. All right. So let's get back to this real quick. Matter of fact, let me document that. All right. So let's get back to this real quick. Pay close attention when he starts talking about Mashiach. Now we have to turn on Guardian of the Throne mode.
So in order to speak it, you got to start. So you shoot lips from the lips and not the hip. So therefore.
Nah, I don't know what's going on. Why are they stop? What? Oh, yeah. Oh, there's commercials. Oh, there's that part too. So there's the commercials. Don't you get shekels for commercials? Man, it's that my odd magic, baby. This that my odd magic. Paul's commercials. I ain't never seen none of the Akim that I rock with teach this truth, for the sake of the Amath. I ain't seen none of Akim with commercials. All right, so that was all right. SHaLaWam, let's get back to it. All right, so let's let this witch finish digging his own ditch, which he'll tell you. He's gonna tell you he's a witch. If you don't believe, you think I'm tailbearing, backbiting, sowing discord, he's gonna tell you he's a witch.
You can't be cheap when it comes to buying the book. You can buy the concert ticket. You can buy this. Anything that you want, you can find time to buy it and all. But when it comes to buying a book, nigga act like they buying a damn house.
Now, earlier, somebody just asked him, can we get that list? He said, listen, they're really hard to find. You can call this place, you can call that place. They got them here, they got them there. He said, I got about 7 listings. 7 major ones that I can find easy. Oh, man, this is terrible. He says metaphysics books are hard to find, but you can find them through me. Brother in the crowd say, can we get one of them lists? He say, no, call me, set it up. I got to order you a pamphlet. He say, no, call me. You got to get it from me. Now he's going through. Don't be cheap on buying these books. Nigga. You can buy a house, nigga. Now, I feel him on that. I spent some Shakoyim on the Sapar. All right, I spent some Shakoyim on the Sapar. Keep it 1,200. At the same time, Yashala, we don't do this. You know, Scripture says to do what? He says, buy the truth and sell it not. All right. So I have an issue with that. You know, just to let you know, whoever thou art, it didn't connect with the spirit of it didn't connect with the spirit of Chakmah. And when am I going to learn about my art? Brother, maybe I don't have it right now. I'm going to have to take your notes. So, you know, it's off. That's off.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Buy the book. And see, you got to realize this part about it. At one time, they didn't have things that go down in history. One time, it was against the law for us to read. Now we got tons of black people who can't read. And then you got some that can read, but they can't understand. So the least you can do for them, you see what I'm saying, is try to get this particular stuff and understand. So we buying all these books. Look, this is easy. If you don't like reading, the key is to buy as many books as you can to build a library. And the more books you have, the less you have to read.
I'm not even going to say nothing on that one. But y'all heard what he said.
Because it becomes a library, you can just go into your library and pick out what you want to study, a page or two or a paragraph. You see what I'm saying? And you don't have to hit the whole book, but when you got 1 or 2 books, you got to read the whole thing, because that's all you got to rely on. So some people say, why you buy all of them?
I think the elder is speaking. I think he's speaking from a good point. I do think he's speaking from a good point. The custom of the SHaLaWam, the children of Israel, we carried our history with us. We studied. We're a studious nation. Study to show thyself approved. Hear the whole matter. Which is why he's giving names of books that are in witchcraft 1,200%, which are why he is saying that the name of this woman is Janice. Now, I ain't gonna stunt. I struggled with that etymology word of Shamanism. I got to go back and learn that. But listen, I got to go back and learn that. This Ak is pretending to teach it. And he taught it to our mothers. He taught it to our grandmothers. He taught it to the older homies that came up. This Negro taught Ma'at studies, teachings is 1,200% witchcraft. There's no way around it. Yahweh has presented it out. The truth has been shown. It's coming out of the mouth of a man who's going to profess himself to be a witch. I do this all day long because we ain't doing nothing. We just telling the truth of Yahweh. We're trying to introduce you to the Ruach Chachmah. We're trying to tell you about the spirit of Chachmah, wisdom that's calling for you. And you think it's Ma'at. It's not. This is Ma'at magic. Spunt your ass. But guess what? I was spunt too. We was all spunt. And then Yahweh introduces us to the truth. He shows us why, because y'all are seekers. We're seekers. If you're telling me that Ma'at is a good way, you got to be telling me it's a good way for a reason. If you're telling me that the laws of Ma'at is a good way, you got to be telling me it's a good way for the laws of Ma'at is a good way for a reason. So how about I go and research what are the good ways of Ma'at? Oh, man, I can see that. Now let me go and research. What's the origin of Ma'at? I can't rock with that. See? So with that being said, Yahweh has presented the truth. He's presenting the truth. This, I don't even know this. So from what he says, just buy a bunch of books. You ain't even got to read them all. Earlier he said, niggas don't want to buy nothing. And they'll buy everything, but they won't buy a book. Nigga buy a house. Hey, can I get one of them copies? No, call me and I'll make sure that you get that from me because you got to get a brochure, bro. This is Ma'at magic. Buy a bunch of books. You ain't got to read them all. I don't understand that. I don't know no SHaLaWam who Bibles. Hey, when we first meet, homie, let me see your sword. SHaLaWam thou. This is why it's swordsmen's. All right. Them Bibles are proofs that we study, teach, and keep the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. They're marked up. They're highlighted. The pages are used. They're bent. They got stains on them. Some of them got blood on them. Some of them got water on them. These are scrolls that we're keeping with us. Hatanakh. Stop being afraid of Hatanakh, brethren. Swing your sword like a swordsman. You got to study it, though. I tell you like an elder told me, you got to sharpen your sword, little brother. And that's still with me. I'm always trying to sharpen my sword. Start with a new one. If I see a man that don't got a lot of dings on his sword, you ain't been banging, homie. Or you have and you ain't been studying your lit. So we got to get back to the origin of what everything is. So Yahweh showed us is the spirit of Chak. We ain't even Chakmah. Keep that in your Ruach. I'm not trying to keep it from you. I'm trying to share it with you. It's not Ma'at. Now, go and find her. She's in Proverbs chapter 1, starting at verse 20. Start at Proverbs. You want to be a beast about it? Start at Proverbs chapter 1, scholar. Chapter 1, verse 1. But if you're looking for Ma'at, Chakmah, if you're looking for Chakmah, go to Proverbs chapter 1, start at verse 20. And y'all watch the conversation y'all have. It's gonna be beautiful. Hallelujah. All right. So with that being said, let's get back to this shamanism. Oh, can't even say shamanism. We ain't even offer no remedies for no nothing. You don't even offer no remedies. You're not even a shaman. You a witch salesman. Wait, when will we learn about Ma'at? I came here for Bobby Hemmett archives. Bobby Hemmett, is Bobby Hemmett a good teacher? I don't know. I'm just a studier of the old Torah who seeks Chakmah, wisdom. Wisdom lead me. Ma'at magic. Okay. This is unbelievable to me. Like when I listen, even if I wasn't doing this video, if I was studying by myself, this is really how the Holy Spirit be rocking. This is beautiful. So let's learn truth from lies, and then let's repent and come to the truth. Let your beard grow, brother. How hard is that? Goodness gracious, booty chin all day. What is your cover thy nakedness?
Because I'm not gonna read all of them. I go blind and go crazy.
I'm good. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm struggling.
The kids to have a sufficient library where you don't have to read a lot. If you got a library and stuff that's got a comprehensive library, you just go say, well, I want to look up this type thing. You just go here. You see what I'm saying? And we got to stop being scared. Books on witchcraft is nothing leftover stuff from ISIS worship.
Stop. Finished. Cut off that man's head with the arrogancy of the arm swing, fist pounding gesture, confidence in my sitting position, voice being assertive. Stop being afraid of witchcraft, SHaLaWam. Now, us being SHaLaWam, we know what Torah says. We know what the Torah says. The Torah says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. We as Black people got to stop being afraid of witchcraft. It's just leftovers from ISIS worship. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. If any of thy brother comes to thee and say, let us go and worship any god, near or far off. Well, so knowing the culture of the children of Abraham brings you into this place of understanding chakmah, or looking for chakmah, because the beginning of ma'at, truth, amath, is fear of Allahaya. Yahweh only loves those who loves wisdom. So this man is saying bad. Baba Kusha Akim, SHaLaWam, family members, and those who we don't even know that we're teaching for the first time. I don't even know if this video is still going. We're just going in. I don't even know how long this video go. Yep, still going. All right, so let's get right back to it. So let me know, can you see echoing? Is it bad echo? All right. I don't got no earbuds and nothing plugged up. Do I? All right. So since I'm not aware if this video is making good sound or if it's not, since Anila Yadai, I'm gonna stop it. Tuwada Ahab, Yahoshma Latan, Tuwada Fled Abba Shemai, Babu Shad the Bala Abba, Zarai Abbasadar. All right, so let me see. All right. So since I don't know how it is, I can only continue in my studies of this. Now, for the sake of, I don't know if it's even bad. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video. Yahweh Shemar Lathan. I'll only be able to test it once I actually stop it and come back to it. All right. So the Most High bless you all. Keep y'all, make His face to shine upon you. I pray that you can Shemai, hear this message. All right. All right, and we'll try it again a different way. It's a very helpful test run, and we all learned something. Hallelujah. Shalom. Now I gotta learn how to stop it. End broadcast. End broadcast. Okay.